Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. And yes, I am out here. I'll tell you this, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I ain't got nothing to hide. I just left my counseling session. You know, I've been dealing with a little bit of depression. It happens. We're normal. It is what it is. Hey, but I went to go see help for it. And I'm sitting out here with my Impala. I look at it like this. Everybody deals with things, and the biggest thing is you got to get help for it. If you got an issue with something, you got something going on in your life, you need to talk to somebody, whether it's an actual counselor, whether it's a family member, a friend, a fraternity or sorority member, anybody. Because when you keep things to yourself, sometimes it eats at you to a point where it's like, okay, then you end up causing pain to yourself or others, and you don't need that. And you guys know I keep it real, and that's all I do all day. That's all I know how to do. If any of you guys are struggling with anything, talk to somebody, because it helps. It does help. It makes you feel better, not only that day, but going forward, because other people see things outside of you that you can't see. Naturally, that's with anybody. So with getting help, you can basically help others, because you can use your testimony, the things that you're going through, to get better. And that's pretty much what it is. So again, I want to thank all of my subscribers for being here. Now, this YouTube thing is an outlet for me. I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for anything other than what its intended purpose is to share my news with you guys and share my experiences and my thoughts, and hopefully you guys can feel me on that and I guess understand and respect what I'm saying. I was never a big person on, like, you know, everybody's like, oh, I want 1,000,001 subscribers. I've never been big on the subscriber thing. I appreciate it, I really do, but I've always been like a quality type of person. When it came to things, I didn't even have to have a lot of friends growing up. But if I had quality people around me, that's what made the difference for me. But with that being said, I do appreciate all my subscribers. I love y'all. I love all the support you guys give. I love the positive feedback I get from you guys. And, you know, we all learning from each other, because everybody knows something that somebody doesn't know. It is what it is. Thanks again. Just hit 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate all y'all. I'm very humbled, you guys. Like I said, I'm here for y'all. I really am. But with that being said, as far as our team goes, we all know that Bryce Butler got assigned today. A lot of people ask why, because now we have 7 receivers on the team, and unfortunately, Tyree Robinson became a casualty on that one. Now, you got 7 wide receivers, and knowing damn well that we need more safeties. So you cut a safety for another wide receiver? Now, we all thought that bridge was burnt, like demolished with Bryce Butler when he made that comment on Undisputed. You would have thought that, like, the Cowboys like, nah, he can't come back. But apparently they had a second thought. He got a phone call from Will McClay while he was in Arizona, trying to look for another house, because I guess he thought he was going to stay in Arizona. Will McClay called him and was like, hey, you want to come back to the Cowboys? He was like, I didn't think that was going to happen. And he's back here, and apparently he's happy to be here. So now the locker room is going to have music, because Bryce Butler DJs. And because I DJ, I follow everybody that DJs. So it's almost like, you know, it's a common thing. But he's a loud guy. You're going to know that he's in the locker room, and he's going to be that guy that's going to talk to the media and hype things up. I didn't feel any bad ill will on him, because what he said was true. But apparently the Cowboys realized that, hey, we did fuck that up, and we need him. We need somebody to come back and help play. Now, he does have skills that we can use. I mean, to me, he's similar to Thompson. Kind of a rangy guy that's shifty and quick, that can get down the field for you and get you some yardage and get in that end zone. And that's what we need right now. And I just look at it as a positive. But again, now you got 7 receivers. Where are you going to put these guys? My whole thing was, and what I've been saying from Jump Street, what I said in the last video too, I will reiterate a little bit. We have to do a better job with utilizing the talent that we have on this team. And I can't stress that enough. And don't just do plays because people think you should, or don't do plays one time and just give up on it. You see that it was working, so keep doing it. Keep doing it. And my thing is this. You got Tavon Austin. You know what his skill set is. And sorry if I'm repeating myself, but one thing that I noticed that I was thinking about today while I was at work earlier, that every play that Tavon made, every drive, the Cowboys scored on that. Whether it was his touchdown or somebody else via his play. They got to use him. They got to use him. That boy got to touch that ball a lot. Him and Zeke, outside of Dak Prescott hiking, outside of Joe Looney hiking the ball and Dak Prescott throwing the ball, the only other 2 people on that team that needs to have the ball just as much or close to that is Zeke and Tavon, because your offense should revolve around those guys, because they are your speedsters, they are your skill players, they are the guys that other teams are going to be afraid of going forward. So you use those guys to open up the field for the other workhorses like your Allen Hurns, your Rico Gathers, your Thompson, and now Bryce Butler, Cole Beasley and T. Will. God, it's a lot of them. So my thing is this: implement Rico Gathers in there. Get some packages for Rico Gathers. Get him in on red zone stuff. I mean, it's simple math, really. I mean, just do it. Just do it. I mean, why not? We ain't got nothing else to lose. But I do agree that as the season goes on, this team is going to get better. This team is going to get better. This offense is going to get better. I'm loving the defense right now, what they're doing, and that they continue to have success on eating and getting to these quarterbacks, because it's going to be hard for Russell Wilson next week. Now, I am not underestimating the Seahawks. I will never do that, because we're playing at their home, and it's always hard to play at CenturyLink Stadium because it's loud as hell. It's going to be hard for them to hear the calls. So Joe Looney is going to have I don't think Joe Looney's played in an environment like this, starting like that. So it's going to be rough for him having to do those line calls and you can't hear anything. So we'll see what happens. Now, like I said, I'm going to do more videos this week on going forward with the Seahawks. If you guys like my matchup video with the Giants, I'm going to do those for every team every week leading up to the game. So keep looking forward to that. I'm going to be doing that all season, y'all. So with that being said, y'all, that's all I got right now. And again, I appreciate all my subscribers. I love y'all to death. Getting me here to 2,000. I never thought that my channel would even be anything. I just kind of did this in the beginning just to put some things out there, just to see what people thought about stuff. I was really just trying to make conversation. It really wasn't that big. But apparently, you guys like me. You really like me. So, you know. But seriously, though, like, again, I appreciate y'all. Like, share, comment. Keep spreading the word, y'all. I know those of you guys that also follow Mark, he's talking about doing a big tailgate for the Redskins game in October. And I will be there. I'll talk to him on the specifics to see what we're doing. I know that normally when people tailgate, they have their own little thing. If we're going to make this big, I'm going to try to see if I can bring my turntables out and I can just play music and we can just jam out. So, you know, we could bring the rest of Cowboy Nation out here. Because those of you that don't live in Maryland, D.C., or Virginia, it's a big Dallas Cowboy fan base out here. It's weird because we're in the DMV and we're nowhere near Texas. But Redskin fans hate that. And one thing that Redskin fans here say all the time is, how the hell you a Dallas Cowboy fan and you ain't from Texas? That's all we hear. That's all we hear. But you know what my response to him too is? I was like, I'm not from Maryland either. So What you talking about? I'm originally from Indiana. So, you ain't telling me nothing. I wasn't a Colts fan because when I was a kid, they weren't there. And then when they did come, they were brand new. My family, when I grew up, it was half Bears fans and half Cowboy fans. And of course, I followed my uncle and I became a Cowboy fan. I was a Cowboy fan all of my life. That's all I knew. I ain't know about no Redskins like that. Even when I came here, I was like, they were a losing franchise. So I was like, nah, definitely not gonna root for that. I mean, it got to the point where, those of you that don't know, when I was in college, I was in the marching band. And when I graduated, a lot of guys that I was in the marching band at college, a lot of them went to the pros. And they were in the Redskins marching band. And they kept asking me, oh, you gonna audition for the Redskins marching band? I said, hell nah. What I look like wearing a Redskins marching band uniform? All that burgundy and gold. Had me itching and stuff. Being there like, messing around and had a mumps out here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Itching and stuff. Me wear a Redskins uniform? You got to be kidding me. But anyway, with that being said, it's your boy E2 Blue. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Have a great evening.